Most people will spend 40 years of their life working a job that God never assigned to them. 40 years of Monday dread, of watching the clock, of feeling like a square peg being hammered into a round hole. And here is the uncomfortable truth. It is not because God is hiding your calling from you. It is because the clues have been sitting inside you this whole time, and nobody ever taught you how to read them. In the next few minutes, you are going to learn the 3 internal clues that reveal exactly what God is calling you to do in business, whether that is entrepreneurship, sales, leadership, or building something the world has never seen. And stay until the end, because the 3rd clue is the one that completely changed the life of a man who went from the least talented kid in his neighborhood to the halls of Wall Street. It is the clue almost everyone throws away without realizing it. Let us start with the first clue, your passion. Most people have been told that passion is a luxury. Follow the money, they say, and maybe one day you can afford to enjoy your life. But that advice has it backwards. Passion is not the reward at the end of the road. Passion is the fuel gauge God installed on your dashboard. It is how you know which road is yours in the first place. The prophet Jeremiah described his calling in a remarkable way. He said the message was like a fire burning deep within him, like fire shut up in his bones. He said, "I try my best to hold it in, but I can no longer keep it back." That is what a calling feels like. It is the thing you would do for free, the thing that makes you lose track of time, the thing that lights you up when you talk about it, so much that your friends can see it on your face. Now flip that around. If the work you do every single day drains you, if your feet hit the floor in the morning and your first emotion is dread, that is not a character flaw. That is a signal. A car running on the wrong fuel does not just slow down, it breaks down. So here is one simple thing to do this week. Keep a note on your phone, and every time you catch yourself losing track of time or feeling energy rise while working on something, write it down. 7 days of honest notes will tell you more about your calling than 7 years of guessing. But passion alone is not enough, because plenty of people are passionate about things they have no business doing professionally. Passion tells you the direction. It does not tell you the vehicle. For that, you need the second clue. The second clue is the combination of your proficiency and your personality. In other words, what you are good at and how God wired you. Here is a story that proves how easy this clue is to miss. There was once a young man who grew up in a family that struggled with money, a family that sometimes wondered whether they could make it to the end of the month. When he got to college, he noticed something strange. Many of his friends came from wealthy families, yet they were always broke. He came from almost nothing, yet he always had money. The difference was simple. He managed what little he had, and they squandered what much they had. Here is the remarkable part. He did not even realize that was a skill. To him, it was just normal, the way breathing is normal. It was only when he compared himself to others that he saw it. That invisible skill launched him into a 25-year career in financial services, where he built wealth for hundreds of families. That is the nature of proficiency. Your greatest skill usually feels unremarkable to you, precisely because it comes so easily. So ask yourself, what is easy for me that is hard for everyone else? Proverbs chapter 22, verse 29 says, "Do you see people skilled in their work? They will work for kings, not for ordinary people." Your skill is not random. It is recruiting you into your assignment. And wrapped around that skill is your personality, which is not an accident either. Psalm 139 says you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Look at how God matched personalities to assignments all through history. Moses was quiet and reluctant, perfect for patiently leading wanderers through a wilderness. Peter was loud and bold, ideal for launching a movement. Nehemiah was organized and strategic, exactly the man to rebuild a broken city wall. Are you analytical or intuitive? Do you come alive in front of people, or do your best work behind the scenes? Those are not quirks. Those are clues. So stop comparing your wiring to someone else's, because God did not call you to be them. Now, these first 2 clues live inside you, but the 3rd clue is different. It comes from outside you, and that is exactly why it is so powerful. The third clue is affirmation, the gift other people see in you before you see it yourself. Think of it like this. You have never actually seen your own face. You have only ever seen reflections. Sometimes the people around you are the mirror God uses to show you who you are. That young man from the story earlier, the one who became a money manager, was once the least athletic kid in his entire neighborhood. Nobody picked him for the pickup basketball games. Then one day his father, who had played college football, looked at this unathletic 10-year-old and said, "You are going to be a great athlete. You are going to be better than me." Nobody else on earth believed that. But the words stuck, and years later that boy played college football and even spent a year with the New York Giants. It happened again when his football days ended. Two mentors told him, "We think you would be excellent in financial services," and their words redirected his entire career. It happened a third time decades later when two different pastors independently told him, "You are going to end up shepherding people one day." And that is exactly what happened. 3 seasons of his life, and every single one was unlocked by someone else's words. So here is the honest reality check. Not every compliment is a calling. A stranger saying something nice once means very little. What you are listening for is the pattern. When people who know you well, people whose judgment you trust, keep thanking you for the same thing, keep pointing at the same gift over and over across the years, that is not coincidence. That is confirmation. Write down the 3 compliments you hear most often and take them seriously, because dismissing them might mean dismissing the mirror God is holding up to your face. So now you can read the clues inside you. Your passion shows the direction, your skills and wiring show the vehicle, and the people around you confirm the destination. But here is the problem you are about to run into. Even when you know what is inside you, there is a whole other set of clues you are probably ignoring, and they are hiding in the most painful chapters of your story. The failures, the losses, even the doors that slammed shut in your face. In the next video, you will see why your history is not your liability, it is your preparation, and how God uses closed doors to steer you straight into your calling.